Well, good morning and happy Saturday. It is Saturday, July 5th, 2025 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Hello, 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 everybody. How are you guys doing this bright and early morning? I'm telling you. I did not want to get up this morning. I don't know why. I'm kind of like that every day. Since I retired, it's like, I just like to sleep in. Get up about 9 o'clock and, relax, that kind of stuff. I know you guys can relate, some of you. I'm not an early morning person, so I'm trying to fix this screen. Okay, hello, hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? I know we got a little break from the heat the last couple days. I think today's going to be about 85, thank goodness. For a few days there, it was like 100 every day, and it was so hot. And no breeze, and the humidity was awful, and bleh. Okay, so these cards look so much better in person than the picture. I don't know if you can see them better now, but when I took the picture, like this one is gold. It's actually the Christmas paper, the Season of Elegance Christmas paper, and it's so pretty with the gold on there, but in the picture, it just didn't pick it up, but it's really pretty. These are all just samples that I made yesterday. This is probably my favorite. I know somebody asked which one's my favorite. I think Kelly. I think even though sunflowers are not blue, they're more yellow and brown. I loved the blue for some reason. That was like one of my favorites. And I did it in all gold and sanded it. And I thought that was really pretty too. And I liked it in the pink and the orange too. So, and I thought the green and the orange was pretty. This one is okay. I don't really love that one. This one is like more traditional color. This one I did with the white craft pad. And then I've got a whole ton more that I did that I didn't even make cards with. So let me say hello first, and then I'll go through some of these. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Tony. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Myra. Hey, Reva. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Marva. Gorgeous day so far. I think it's going to be gorgeous here, too. I might even go sit back on my deck outside. Hey, Diane. Hey, Therese. Hey, Christine. Hey, Judy. Hey, Jana. Hey, Reva. You got my card. That's good. Hey, Trina. Hey, Judy. Hey, Terry. Hey, Gail. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Tootsie Bell. Oh, Shirley, you're not feeling good. Bummer. Well, I hope you feel better. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Nedra. Hey, Gail. Hey, Terry. A rain-free Saturday. We've only gotten 1 day of rain in the past, like 2 weeks. We had one day of rain the other day, and my grass is still brown. Hey, Anya. Hey, Carol. Hey, Maria. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Marie. All right, I think I'm going to stop there because we've got a bunch of people hopping on. All right, so these are ones that I made that I didn't even finish doing cards for. So these were just extra. So what I did is I watched Patty Bennett's video. Probably a lot of you guys watch Patty Bennett. She's awesome. She's been around forever too. And she did a video with a whole ton of ideas. And so I loved her video, and it inspired me to do kind of the same thing. So I went and grabbed a whole bunch of paper. So I just got different colors of cardstock. I got some gold. I got some designer paper. And I just put them all, I cut them all down to card front size. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, all of these. And I did 2 of each. So every time I picked a color, I did another one so that I could run it through both directions. So if you guys don't have this yet, this is the embossing folder. And the great thing is it's huge and it's double the size of a regular one. So like when you're doing one, what I did is I put one in this way, and then say this was the same color. I put it, well, it doesn't matter if you turn it over, but I put it in like that. So then when I got it through, then you had one that was facing up and one that was facing, embossed, like it was embossed and debossed. Let me show you what I mean with the same color here. So let me get one that's the same. Okay, well, that one's already done. Let's see. All right, here's two of the same ones. Okay, so see how I did that one? So I've got the same exact paper, but one, this is embossed, so it's puffed up. This one's debossed, so it's indented, but it's the same paper. So, so you can do one of each, or if you like it the same way, you know, do them both face up. But so when I put this in here, I did one face up and one face down, so I could get one of each, and then they both fit, and you run it through there. So I wanted to see the difference, and it's funny because most of them, I actually liked the debossed side better than the embossed side. So I'm going to show you. Like this one right here, this is, let me see, it's hard to tell actually. This is the, gosh, I can't tell. Hold on. I think this is the debossed side. Yeah, this one is definitely the debossed side. You can tell it's indented. It goes down. This one's embossed. This one's debossed. So this one, so here's the difference, these two. So this one's embossed, so it's popped up. This one is debossed. So these are the same papers. And this is that daisy, oh, what's the name of that paper? I can't remember now. I want to say Daisy Delight, but I don't think that's it. So I just took the paper on the other side, which was yellow, kind of little yellow flowers, and I did one each direction and did them with the same color. But since this one's popped up, the petals get the color, and this one is debossed, so the outline gets the color. And I actually like this one better on that one. So this one, I think I just did one. Yeah, I think I just did that one. So this was the checker, yellow and white checker paper. It's debossed, and that's the other side of it. And I just did it with Flor de Flamingo. So it covered up the outline, and you can see the checkers in there. And then, let's see, this one I did with the whitewash technique. So I took the white craft pad over this one, and I thought that came out really pretty. And then that was also the same as this one, so you can see the difference. So this one's embossed, this one's debossed. So see the difference? So this one is upside down. This is just Misty Moonlight. So this one, the white sticks to the petal, and this one, the white sticks to the outline more, and the petals stay darker. So I think they're both pretty though. Okay. All right, let's go through some more. So this one was just crushed curry, and then I inked it with pecan pie, and that is embossed. And then the inside, I just stamped some little leaves in there. And then I showed you this one. This was Season of Elegance, and it's got the gold already in there, and I just did it with the pecan pie. And then this one, I'm going to show you how to do this one. This is the gold, just gold foil, and I took the sanding block and sanded it to make it pop out like that. And then these are from a couple different packs. I did 2 different packs of paper. So I used the, what is this called? Full of Life. And this one has a lot of really pretty papers in it. So one side is like the pattern, and then the other side is the watercolory look. So I just picked different ones. I loved that one. That's actually, no, that's not that one. Which one is that? This one is, that's this one right here. So that's what it started at. That's the back. And then I embossed it and sponged it. So there's lots of pieces in this pack, the Full of Life. And then I also did the pack with the yellow flowers. I think that's Daisy something, but it's, I don't know. I don't know what the name of it is. something Delight. And then this one is the Beautiful Bokeh. So this is the one that has the little circles of light on it. And you could use either side for this. So some of them I use the back, some of them I use the front. But these, almost every single one in here is pretty. So you could do that. But the back, some of the backs were really pretty. And like this one right here is really pretty. That would be a good one. And then the blue one I got out of this pack. I can't remember which one it was, but oh, it's so pretty. So those two packs make great one. The only bad thing is it's 6 by 6, so you only get one card out of each piece. So if you have 12 by 12 paper that has some good backs, and there's not that many of the 12 by 12 had good patterns on them though, but I did do that, the one with the yellow flowers. I can't get this back in. So do that, and then we've got a lot of solid colors too. So this one, this was Peach Pie I started with, and then I colored it with Crushed Curry. And again, that's the embossed and debossed. So I'll show you how I dragged the pad across that. This one is Crushed Curry, and I did it with, what color is that? I want to say, I think it's Flirty Flamingo, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it's Flirty Flamingo. And then this one I think was Cajun Craze or Poppy Parade. So I did those two. This one started as, I think that's Calypso Coral. And then I colored it with Poppy Parade. And I added also Crushed Curry. So it's got a little bit of yellow in there. And this is both of, so this is each side. So this is the embossed, debossed. So you can see the difference. But I love both of them. And then this was just white. And no, it's not white. It's actually Bubble Bath, but it looks white. It's Bubble Bath. And then I did it with Crushed Curry, and that looks so orange, but I don't have an orange here. Weird. It must be Flirty Flamingo, because I don't even have an orange pad. This one I loved. So this was the same as this one, except this is debossed, this is embossed. So they're both beautiful, but I liked this one better. And then this one was really pretty. This is from that Bokeh. I think this is from the Bokeh pack. And so there's the front and the back of that. Love that. I think I did that with Misty Moonlight, and I think that was just Misty Moonlight. And then this one is the same as this one. So embossed, debossed, and that was from the, oops, there's two pieces in here. Oh, that's pretty. That's my favorite. So that was from that piece in the Full of Life one. So they both give you such good pictures, you know. Oh, hey Mario, hey Gloria, hey Laura. See, I would never think to pull out that kind of paper. Well, I didn't either, but Patty Bennett is the one that said Full of Life. I had 4 packs of that paper, never even opened it before. And of this paper, the Full of Life one, hadn't even opened it. And I was like, ah. So I opened a pack and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Yep. So did anybody do anything fun for 4th of July? The standing blocks, I ordered mine on Amazon. I think I got a dozen of them for like $7. But you can get them at the Dollar Tree, like in the nail section, the finger, you know, nail polish. These are like the fingernail ones, the beauty supply. But you can also go to the hardware store and spend more money. The hardware store, they're more expensive. But I think they have them at the dollar store too. But did you see the dollar store prices went up? Now they're like $1.50, $1.75. I'm kind of mad because I sold all my Dollar Tree stock. I had like about 200 shares of Dollar Tree stock that I bought years ago. And the stock was going down, down, down. And it got all the way down to like $60. And I was losing so much money, I just went ahead and sold it. Now it's back up to $100 because I was worried, you know, that it just kept going down. And I'm like, what's the deal? So this one is also from that Full of Life. But see the difference from doing the embossed and debossed sides. It's so funny. I love both of them. It's hard to pick which one is prettier, you know, but love it. So this one also, that's also from that same pack. And it just has a streak right down the middle like that. So it comes like that. And then I put, I want to say I did Poppy Parade on that one. And then this one was just, oh no, this was from that Bokeh one. I was thinking that was actually from like Daffodil, but it's not. So that's from the Bokeh pack. And I did it with Pecan Pie. And then this one is also from the Season of Elegance, and it's the old olive one with the gold all in it. And then I embossed it, and I put, I think, garden green across it. So I'm going to show you how I did that in just a second. I just wanted to show you all these. So, so what I did was, oh, here's some more. I have so many. I just sat there yesterday just playing, and then I went through and picked out my favorites. So, okay, here's some I did with, oh, this is just one. All right, these are all not done yet. All right, here's one more. So this is actually from the two-toned cardstock. So if you have never seen the two-tone cardstock, it is 12 by 12. It comes in, I think, every single color. This is actually a variety pack because I just wanted to try it, and it was on the clearance rack. So it's Autumn to Remember 12 by 12, and it has, I'm not sure if it's still there, 12 pieces, and I think it was only like $6 because it was on the clearance rack. But I got a sample of different fall colors because this was came out last year. So I got like what is that, Cajun Craze and Garden Green, Early Espresso, Mossy Meadow maybe, or Old Olive, Pecan Pie, and Petal Pink. So all of those were current colors, but it was on the last chance list, and I was like, dang, that's a good deal. So I'm not sure if it's still there or not, but that was a great way to try the two-tone cardstock. And so what it is one side is the light version and one side's the dark version. So you can kind of see how one side's light and one side's darker. And so like with the green, so this is garden green, but one side is like light garden green and one side is like dark garden green. So, and the inside, the core of it is white. So when you sand it, it gets white. Whereas the regular cardstock doesn't do that because it's all the way through the same color. So like, this is the two-tone one. So you sanded it, it gets white. But like if I had taken, let me get a regular piece. Say this one. So this is like Calypso Coral. If I sanded this one, nothing would happen because the whole entire cardstock is all the way through the same color. So this sanding only works with the two-tone, or the designer paper will also do that. Okay, so those are all the ideas. So I'm going to show you how I did them now. And I don't know if we'll make any cards today or not, but oh, I forgot to show you my Happy Mail. I got Happy Mail. And if you guys got the kits for last month, they all went in the mail on Tuesday, I think. Oh, that's for my mother. I wanted to show this one, though. I'm going to go see her tomorrow and take this. This is from Lori Anderson. And Lori sent this really cute card to my mother. And I just thought it was so cute. I wanted to show it before I gave it to her. So it's like a little bouquet of flowers. Isn't that cute? Love it. So I'm going to give that to my mom. And then I got a couple for myself. So this one is from Wendy Harvey. And she sent a beautiful card. I love it. Isn't that cute? Love it, love it, love it. And then I got one from Sue. Sue sent me a card. She sends me so many cards. And I love this one. It's a sailboat one. This is from Sue Deppis. And I love it. Gorgeous. So she said she made some of these for a swap. Love it. So thank you, girls, for the cards. All right, let me read some. You know, Stampin' Up! Used to have some cardstock. It was called coordination cardstock. And it was like all the 12 by 12. And it had like a texture to it. And it would have a white core. Tony, someone screwed with your card. What? Can't buy anything until I get... Oh, your debit card. Okay. What grid is the sanding block? Oh, I don't know. I just went on Amazon and looked up nail. I put nail sanding blocks, and this just came in a pack of either 10 or 12 for like, I think it was $6 or $7. So it's just regular, like you would use to like a nail file, but it works great. So I think almost any kind of sanding block would work. And Tony, that's a bummer. You need to get more than one. Well, I don't even have a debit card because of that reason. Because if you get a credit card, people can't do that. So debit card, they can wipe your whole checking account out. Yeah, I would get that embossing folder, the sunflower one, because I would say out of all the orders I've gotten so far this week, everybody's ordering that. And it is probably the #1 item right now. And I bet you it is going to sell out pretty soon. And then I don't know how long it's going to be before they get more in. So I would order that sooner than later. I'm reading these backwards because I'm scrolling back up. I know, I like the deboss side too. I gotta tell you a funny story. Did I spritz before? No, I don't spritz the paper. I know, I wish you guys lived closer to me too, because you know what? I was here all by myself all day yesterday, so that's why I stamped all day. I stamped and watched a movie and did pretty much nothing. And then my neighbors across the street, they were having, they have a big family, and they have like 3 or 4 kids and like 10 grandkids, and they have a swimming pool. So every single Saturday and Sunday, pretty much the whole family's over there for cookouts and stuff. So they were over there all day long. And then last night about 8 o'clock, this fireworks started. There's a park not far from here. They were doing them at the park. And it was so loud. It sounded like they were right in my backyard. And then there was a lot of people in the neighborhood doing them too. But oh my gosh, it was so loud. And then they went on till like 11 o'clock. When you Google sunflowers, there are many colors. Oh, I didn't know that. I always thought sunflowers were yellow and brown. And that was pretty much it. Maybe orangey. Okay, I think I got all the comments. I know, I wish a lot of you guys lived closer. Because, I do have a lot of friends, but it's kind of like when you get the holidays, most people spend it with their families, or it's like couples things where, like when I was married, we always go to friends' houses and stuff, or we'd have pool parties and, invite all of our friends over. But now it seems like everybody's just doing like family stuff. So I was by myself. All right, so these right here, let me see, this one I already did. So that one we'll put away. All right, so we're going to start with just doing the ink first. So let's pick out some ink ones. That's going to be these are all we can do, ink. And then the double two-toned one, we're going to sand it. I don't know why I got extras of some of these. Huh. Oh, I think these are the two-toned. Yeah. Okay, so those are sanding. I'm going to do white with the blue. All right, so let's just start with some of these. Okay, so I just grabbed a whole bunch of ink pads that kind of coordinate. I got all different colors. So I'm going to start with this one. So that one, I don't know why. Okay, so I ran them both through. So we're going to have one side up that's embossed, and then the other one is debossed. So same paper, just doing opposite sides. All right, so I'm going to try Flirty Flamingo with this one and see what happens. So here's what you do. You take your ink pad. Let's do the embossed side first. So you're just going to lightly drag it across. Like, don't put any pressure, just drag it. And the ink will stick to whatever's raised up. So there you go. So don't put any pressure on there. So that's that one. Now, if you want to do it darker, you can press just a little bit harder and it'll get it darker. So that's the embossed side. So then the debossed side, it's going to stick to the background more. Same color. And there you go. So that's both with Flirty Flamingo and started with Peach Pie paper. So then that's one color. So then if you want to change it a little bit and say, oh, let me see what it looks like with Crushed Curry. You can add a little bit of yellow to it and drag that across. And that'll just give it more yellowy. And then the ink on your card should dry instantly, so it shouldn't like affect your ink pad. So see the difference? So that's just Flirty Flamingo. That's Flirty Flamingo and Crushed Curry on top. So you can change it and give it different looks. That's how come it comes out orange. I was wondering how I got all that orangey look, because I put two colors. That's why. So if we want to add it to this one, and we could just leave it pink. Or if we want to drag this across and see how it just gives it that pretty yellow. It almost makes it orangey looking. So there's one. All right, so then we've got, let's do a pattern piece. All right, here's the pattern piece. So this started out as all different colors. So this is from that Full of Life pack. So I think with this one, I'm going to do a green. Let's do Old Olive. So I'm going to take, see, I've got one of each. So this is debossed, this is embossed. And you can tell the difference because the petals go in this one. You could also sand this one, and it would also work because you can tell kind of the white. Actually, let's do that. We'll sand one and see what happens. So if you just sand it, just rub it straight across. It's gonna just take off the raised edges. Oh, this is pretty. I like that. I love that. Okay, it makes a little mess. Make sure you get all that dust off. I like that. Okay, let's take the other one. I got it in my ink pad. And we'll put, let me get dust off of that. Okay, so this one we're going to actually put the ink on. And you want to use the edge that has the ink pad right up to the edge, not that edge. So this one we're going to go across like so. There you go. And you could add some more colors if you wanted to. I really like this sanded one though. I think that's really pretty. Oh, that's upside down. So what do you think? Do you like the sponged version or the white? You guys are talking about picking up dog poop. You shoot fireworks in our complex. Oh, you're evicted. Wow. Yeah, it drives me crazy. I don't mind fireworks like at a big you know, if there's like a big thing going on and they do it responsibly, but when you have your neighbors doing it, it makes me nervous because if they're not, you know, if they don't know what they're doing, then sometimes they could go like the wrong direction and hit your house or something. That makes me, I like this one too. We have votes for both. So, all right, so that's another one. So then we've got this one. Let's try the sanding also on this one. So sanding works better with the embossed side that's popped up. So we're going to sand this one. And I'm just going flat. I love it. It does make a little mess though. All right, so that's the embossed side. So this is the debossed. Let's do Poppy Parade on this one. And something happened to this pad. It got embossing powder all over it from one of my classes, I think, and then it got messed up. All right, so remember, if it's the debossed side, it's going to get your background colored. That's interesting looking. So I like that. It's so different. But just think of all the cards. So it took me maybe like, maybe 20 or 30 minutes to cut and emboss. And then I just sat there playing for about another hour making these. And so that's what I did. All right, this one I colored with, I think, pecan pie. So you can make, just think how many cards you can make in just a short time. So this is pecan or pecan pie. And then if you get ink on the gold, it will stick, but I found that it didn't really stick that much. So what I did is you can take a napkin or something and rub it off, but it didn't stick that much. So that gives you that. Oops, it's upside down. Love that. I think that's really pretty. And then do the same thing with the, oh, this is embossed too. I must have done both of these the same direction because these are both embossed. All right, so we're not going to do that one. All right, now here's one with that. Did anybody look up the name of that paper? Anybody remember? I don't know why I keep thinking Daisy Delight, but it's not Daisy Delight. I can't remember. All right, and I have one of each of these two. So this is embossed, debossed. Let's do the yellow crushed curry on this one. The only bad thing is it does suck up a lot of ink. So you're going to see how it's taking all that ink off the edge there? You're going to have to re-ink after some of these. All right, so there's the embossed one. And then debossed. Oops. Love it. So that's really pretty. And if you want to add another color, let's do, oh, Flirty Flamingo. Would probably be pretty on that too. So let's take this one and do some Flirty Flamingo. That gives you the orange. So if you mix the pink and the yellow, you get the orange. Oh, that gives it a really pretty look, doesn't it? I like that. I love that one. Let's do that on here too. So mix the colors up, see what you get. I love it. And then you still have that background showing, which is really cool. Love that. Okay, so here's another one of the, this one's hard to see because it is that Season of Elegance with the gold and the green. I'm going to do green on top, but it's kind of hard to see this one because it's already so dark. It doesn't really show up that much. So it makes it pop a little bit, but not a ton. You could just do the other side if you wanted to. And just get the excess off if there's any. It is pretty, but I think I like the vanilla one better. So that's that one. All right, so these start as Calypso Coral, and we've got one of each. So let's do a darker color like Poppy Parade on there. So we'll do the debossed first. And look how it just pops. Pops that color. Love it. See the difference? Love it. This is the embossed one. Did you get your fingers dirty? But that's okay. You can wash them. All right, so there's both of those. And if you want to add like some other color like yellow or something like that, you could, to give it an orangey color. So it's so funny because some of them I really, really like the embossed side, and some of them I really like the debossed side. It's just hard to tell. All right, I'm going to skip the bubble bath. Here's one. Oh, I only have one of those. Well, we'll do that one. I don't have the other side of it for some reason. I must have only had 3 pieces of it. And this went crooked in the embossing folder. So I probably have to trim that off a little bit. I think I'm going to do Flirty Flamingo. I can tell a difference in my ink pad from when I started these yesterday, that it's getting to the point where I need to add some ink on it. Ugh, love that one. That's one of my favorites, I think. That is gorgeous. Okay, this is another gorgeous one. So this is from the Bokeh. You know what I think I did? Wait a minute. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, so it looks almost the same on the front and the back. We could really do either side of that. They're both pretty. Huh. Okay, there's the embossed, there's the debossed, and we're doing purple. I didn't bring a purple, but gosh, what would go pretty? I think the Flirty Flamingo. Oh, Strawberry Slush. I have Strawberry Slush. Let's see what that would look like. This is a brand new pad, so it's going to be super juicy. Oh, that's really juicy. Woo, yeah. That's juicy. Oh, dang. All right. Dang, that is dark. I don't think I like that one so much. Let's do a lighter shade. Let's do the crushed curry. So it's just playing around. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. The yellow. Yeah, that's more subtle. That's a little bit too dark, I think. But I like both of them. All right, so this one is blue already. So we're going to take, and this is from Full of Life. So we're going to take a blue. Let's do Misty Moonlight on this one. This would also be pretty with like Pretty Peacock, I bet. And we've got both here, embossed and debossed. So let's try that. Oh, yeah. I like that. Pretty. Gorgeous. Love it. Such a difference if it's one side or the other too. And I did find with the Designer paper, since it's thinner, I did 4 at a time on the embossing folder. So I took like these 2 pieces and put them back to back on one side, and then I took like 2 more pieces and put them back to back next to it. So I did all 4 of these at the same time, and that saved me some time too. I love that with the Misty Moonlight. I think this one's really, really pretty. That debossed. You just never know. Sometimes the debossed side looks better, and sometimes the embossed side looks better. All right, now we're going to go to sanding. So we're going to save those for a second. And actually, I think I'm going to do this one with the white craft too. All right, I'm going to sand these 2. So this is just the solid gold. So just plain old solid gold. And just... Oops, I was using the wrong side. Sorry if that sound makes anybody cringe. Okay, there you go. Isn't that cool? I love that. Are you making any cards? Yeah, I'll make a couple cards. Would put on black. Oh, black card base. Yeah. Yeah. You like the darker colors? All right, so we're going to sand this one too. So this is the 2-tone cardstock. I love that. Love it. Okay, so there you go with that. All right, next we're going to go to the whitewash. So I've got my white craft pad here. And it's filthy, but that's okay. All right, so the green, I just have the 1. So I'm just going to drag this across. Oh, I got a little blob there. I don't have a napkin either. I got a little too much on here. This is kind of a juicy pad. All right, so there's the white. I think I need a napkin, but I don't have one. Wait a minute. Yes, I do. I do. Let me see if I can wipe off some of that. There we go. It was a little too juicy in spots. Okay, that's better. All right, that's better. So that's the 2-toned garden green, and then here's the Misty Moonlight. So there's 1 embossed, 1 debossed. And you just want to do it really, really lightly. The only bad thing is sometimes if your pad's really juicy, it'll stick. And like, you'll be doing this and all of a sudden it'll just like stick to the paper. That comes out really good. So that's the embossed one. This is the debossed one. Totally different look, isn't it? Okay, so there you go. I like the embossed one on that one definitely better. All right, so that is all the techniques. Now let's go ahead and make a couple. So let me make sure this is clean. Okay, so I did make that one already. So let's pick some to make. We'll just make a couple. Okay. I love that one. Love that one. That's probably my favorite. I love that one. I didn't do the pink. I like that one too. I like that. I like that gold one. I don't know if I brought all the back colors for those either. Oh, that one I did the white. I like that one too. Okay, let me see what papers I have. So I brought a green. I could do that one on green. I brought, oh, that one's got a mess up on the side. I don't know what color that is. Oops, we're gonna do that one. I got strawberry slush, that would go with that one. And then the blue, that's definitely my favorite. And then the blackberry I got for the gold because I thought that was kind of regal looking. And then that one. Okay, so out of all these, all right, which one? I'll just do one. Do you want the gold with the pecan, the blue one, oops, pink one, or the green one? Tell me which one you want to do. Like the strawberry slush, blue and white, misty moonlight. I do have many favorites. Yep. Oh, that would have been pretty. Do red, white, and blue for July 4th. Okay, a lot of people like the blue one. A lot of people like the gold one. Okay. So that seems to be the favorite. We'll do these two. So this is what I did for that one. And then, did I do that other one? Yeah, I did. That's what I did for that one. Okay. So the only thing you need to add is a back piece and then an inside piece. So for the gold one, I got like white ink on my fingers. All right, so just glue that down to the front. And remember, whenever you emboss, you got to put extra adhesive because it's not gonna stick flat. So you got to put extra. So this is just a 5.5 by 8.5. And make sure you hold that down. And then I got some, let's see, I got some vanilla and some blackberry for the words. So set that right there a minute. All right, so this is Misty Moonlight. And this is the piece from that Full of Life, which I love. Lots and lots of glue. And squish it down. What paper did you start with on the blue? The Full of Life one. That Full of Life. All right, for the inside, I'm just gonna stamp the whatchamacallit, the leaves, and I don't need any of these colors. Whoops! I just dropped an ink pad. Okay, I'm just gonna stamp the leaves on the inside. And the leaves are from, oh, where are they from? They're from that stamp set, Textured Notes. So we're just gonna ink this up and put some leaves on the inside. I could have done it in blue, but we'll just put, green goes with everything. All right. So that'll be the inside. And that was Old Olive. And then I've got the words. So for this one, I did thank you on white, just like this with Misty Moonlight. And then I cut it out. And then for, so we're just gonna cut that out there. And then for this one, I did, what color did I do? I think I did espresso. Yep, I did early espresso because I didn't have the, what color is that? Blackberry. I didn't have blackberry with me, so I just did espresso. All right, so let's stamp that. And there we go. And then I just ripped it like that. Okay. So that was espresso. So then let's cut this out. So I just fussy cut. Remember when you're fussy cutting, you just turn that paper with your left hand if you're, well, the opposite hand of whatever you're cutting with. And you don't have to be perfect. There we go. All right, so there's my thank you. And then this one I just glued down to the back. So this is 3/4 of an inch. And this is 1 inch. Just glue it down. And then I just ripped it. So I didn't measure anything. All right, so for the gold one, I didn't put any ribbon on it because I didn't want to take away from the gold. And the gold thread didn't really go with it. None of the ribbons really went with it. That was part of the problem. And then just put that down wherever. Try not to cover too much of your flowers. And then put one of these on the inside. See, these are like 5-minute cards though. Once you have that whole stack of them already made, you could just sit here. Oops, I got ink on that. Once you have a whole stack of them made, just cut a whole pile of paper to go with it, and you could just whip these out in no time. This is probably my favorite one in the whole pack. Only bad thing is you only get 4 in a pack. So that's the bad thing. You can tell the difference too between like how this is lighter because my pad was getting drier. After making 3 or 4, you probably need to re-ink it. All right, so this one, oops, there it is. All right, I did put a little piece of ribbon behind this. So this is the iridescent striped trim. So I just put a little piece like right behind it on there. And I taped it down like so. Let me cut that straighter. And then I put this on with dimensionals on top. Actually, I think I used the little ones. Because it's tiny. Okay. Thought I was late. Love the blue. My first time watching. Oh, hey, Sarah. Oh, I forgot to tell you my funny story. So, it's getting kind of late now. So, I decided to go on the dating app again because I was bored the other day. So, I started talking to a couple different guys, but this one guy in particular, he was so arrogant. It was not even funny. he was just like such a jerk, but I don't know. He just kept trying to, like, he was fishing for compliments, you know, and he kept saying stuff like, oh, I gotta put gems on this. And it was really bugging me because, you know, he would say, like, you're so pretty, and I would be like, thank you. And then he's like, well, aren't you gonna say anything about me? And I'm like, okay, you're cute. But anyway, he was a wine guy, a wine salesman, like for a big winery somewhere in Virginia. And so he goes around to like restaurants and wine stores and stuff. And so we were talking about different wines, and I said my favorite is Sauvignon Blanc, and he goes, oh, that's my favorite too. And I was like, figures. And then we started talking about different wines and ones I liked, and I was like, yeah, like the Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Grigio are my favorite. And then I said I can do like Riesling, and he goes, oh, German wine. I love German wine. He said, I lived in Germany for 3 years when I was in the military. Oh, I gotta spray this. And he goes, have you ever had, and he said it, I can't remember how he said it. It's Gewürztraminer, but he said it like Gewürztraminer or something like that. And I was like, I said, yeah, I've had that. I said, but I don't think that's how you say it. He goes, because I'm pretty sure it's Gewürztraminer. And he's like, he goes, you're telling me? He goes, that's my job. I've been doing this for like 20 years. He goes, I know how to say it. And I'm like, okay. You can't really spray the gold. I accidentally did it though, because it doesn't stick to gold. So I didn't say anything to him, you know, like after he said that, but I'm thinking to myself, all right, if you've been doing it and you lived in Germany, and I know Anya's on here, she would know how to say it. But I was just like, okay. But after he said that and he was so cocky about it, and then I was like, oh, what a jerk. And so I just, you know, I kept talking to him, but I tried to keep getting off the phone. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to bed or whatever. And, oh, so there's the cards. So what do you think? And he's like, well, can we talk tomorrow? And I was like, sure. And don't you know, the minute I got off the phone, I blocked him so fast. I was like, what a jerk. Ugh. But yeah, he just, I don't know. I just hate dating. I hate the whole dating thing. But that was my funny story. All right, so you know what time it is. Oh, don't forget, like and thumbs up and subscribe and comment, all that good stuff for me. Share it. And if you are not a demonstrator and you want to purchase something, please, I would love to have you as a customer. Just go to my website, stampingwithlisa.com, or just go to Stampin' Up website, search for Lisa Freeman. You just search my name anywhere, Stampin' Up Lisa Freeman, you can find me. But I would love to have you as a customer. So it's time for jokes. I've got 2, and I think you'll like both of them. Let me pull them up. Okay. I was reading my jokes and I couldn't remember which ones I've told already, because I was telling my mother all these jokes and a couple of my friends, and then I was like, shoot, now I can't remember who I told them to. So hopefully I haven't told you guys these jokes already. A teacher put 4 worms in 4 separate containers, 1 in beer, 1 in wine, 1 in whiskey, and 1 in water. The next day, the worm in the beer was dead, the worm in the wine was dead, the worm in the whiskey was dead, but the worm in the water was still alive. The teacher asked the class, what is the lesson we can learn from this? A student raised their hand and said, well, if you drink beer, wine, and whiskey, you won't have worms. All right, here's a really funny one. 2 nuns were painting a room in their convent. They decide to lock the door and strip naked so they don't get paint on their robes. Seconds later, there's a knock on the door. I think I've told this one, but I'm sorry if I have. Who is it? Shouts the nuns. Blind man, said the voice. The two nuns look at each other, shrug, and decide, well, no harm can come from letting a blind man in the room. So they open the door. And then the blind man says a bunch of cuss words, and he's like, blah, 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 cussing. He goes, where do you want these blinds? So the nuns are naked, and he wasn't actually blind. So I thought that was cute. All right, I hope you like those jokes. You know what time it is now. Time for card giveaway. And I do have a couple left over that were not claimed. So one is Tiffany Ellis, Brenda Crawford, and Paula Addison. So you guys, oops, this one actually is going back in the pile because she had a week and didn't claim it. Okay, so now we got that one to give away again. All right, so we'll have these four. All right. Fun worm joke. Paper. Both jokes are funny. Anya, what does paper mean? Oh, if you cut the paper before. Okay. I gotcha. Ugh. Brenda emailed me. Brenda? Oh, you did? You emailed me just now or before? Oh, here's the email. Okay, so let me get some names out. Let me put this one up here. Okay, so there's my email address. Let's shake them up. I added a whole bunch of more names in here. All right, first one. Oops, I actually grabbed two. What does that say? I can't read mine right. Carolyn Ketchmark. Carolyn Ketchmark. And Darlene Erickson. Darlene, I think you just won a card not too long ago. And Shirley Gentry. I know Darlene and Shirley are on here. And last one is Tracy Schultz. All right, there you go. Oops. All right, so claim your cards. Just send me your address, and I'll stick them in the mail for you. And also, here's the addresses if you want to send cards or, you know, pray for these people that are going through hard times and illnesses. And also, if you want to send me a card, you can. There's my address, or my mother. And don't forget, if you order $100 or more, you'll get this card kit for the next, let me see, 11 days. So this is good through the 15th, these cards. And you also get an extra card. So you get the card kit plus a card. And then if your order is $50 or more, you get a card. And then, what else? Oh, you get entered into the drawing for the mystery box. So Mary just won the mystery box for June. So we will have another one each month. I'll give away a whole big giant box of goodies. So everybody who orders $100 or more gets an entry for each $100. So thank you guys so much for watching today. Oh, we still got done in an hour. That's good. I hope you guys have an awesome Saturday and rest of your weekend. Don't work too hard. I think I might go sit outside, although there is no breeze out today, even though it's not too hot. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. And I will see you back on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Whoops, I just messed up all the piles. For another video. So take care, everybody. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.